I used to be a very radical feminist. In fact, I was so radical that I believed that other popular feminists like Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie were not angry enough. I was obsessed with her numerous speeches, and I didn't like how calm and jovial she was about the topic of feminism. Feminism is a very serious topic, and we cannot joke about it. Over the centuries, men have created a culture that has suppressed women and made us their subjects instead of their equals. My beliefs were one of the reasons I joined a popular feminist group. I have chosen not to mention the name of our group, but it was very well organized and well motivated. We had a group leader who believed in us and was committed to our cause. That was what I thought at the time. We had a lot of speaking engagements, and our weekends were always booked. In addition to that, we held workshops and educational seminars for women to come and be empowered. Our leader was a 46-year-old unmarried woman. Let's call her Josephine. The central theme of Josephine's speeches and talks was that a woman is strong and well capable of taking care of herself. She doesn't need a man to complete her. She always gave herself as an example, and we admired her for what she stood for. She had a PhD, multiple businesses, she reads wide, and anytime she stepped on the podium to deliver a speech, her eloquence and depth of knowledge impressed many. As a younger woman, I aspired to be everything she stood for. As radical feminists, many individuals and groups accused us of being men haters and encouraging divisions in marriages, but we never admitted to these things. It was when I later came out of that group that I realized the truth in what everyone was saying. At group meetings, our leader taught us that we are better than men, that we are more valuable and offer much more than men. If we were still single and unmarried, it wasn't because we were lacking something, but it was because we were too worthy for men and we didn't need them. I believe this with all my heart, and feminism became my religion. Our leader exposed many oppressive and misogynistic passages in the Bible and Quran to us, and I stopped believing in any kind of faith. I was in a relationship at the time I joined the group, and the teachings I was receiving from my leader impressed upon me so much that I started having issues with my boyfriend. I was proud and domineering, and he ended up leaving me. I thought it was his loss, so I never admitted to being heartbroken. I cried in the secrecy of my room and put up a strong act outside. One evening, I checked my WhatsApp and saw a lot of messages in our feminist group. When I opened the group, I was lost. It looked like a very heated discussion was going on. It was like someone had been exposed, and everyone was expressing shock and disbelief. I took my time and scrolled up. Someone had dropped screenshots of a WhatsApp chat between two people. According to the person who forwarded the chats, it was circulating online, and the lady in the chats was our very own leader, Josephine. In the screenshots, she was begging a man to accept her and marry her. She said she was tired of being lonely and she couldn't hide it any longer. I was just reading the chats, but I was so embarrassed by this. It couldn't have been fake. Her contact was clear in the screenshots, and there was even an accompanying voice note that was definitely her voice. Josephine, of all people, was begging for a relationship. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Surprisingly, she was in that group, but she didn't say a single word. She never explained herself or anything. She switched off her phone and stopped attending meetings. The group became dormant, and then I left the WhatsApp group. It took me a while to realize that radical feminism is a sham, is all fake. These women preach empowerment, but they are desperate for a man's touch. I'm glad I saw the fraud in these groups and left them. I would have ended up a lonely, unmarried old woman who chose to live like this because I thought I was better than a man. I still consider myself a feminist, but in a healthy way. Feminism is not wrong. It is the extreme forms of it that is wrong. I don't hate men. I'm not angry at men. I have started dating again, and I believe that both genders have a role to play and we are both important in our own way. I stand against abusive men and men who think they can use their physical strength to oppress women. As for the leader of our group, I heard she had started recruiting new members to revamp the group. I honestly pity the poor young ladies who will believe her lies and follow her. Africans are too gullible. We are easily manipulated and deceived. I'm sharing this so that people can open their eyes to the lies of these radical feminism groups. The leaders cannot even live by what they preach.